On Monday, the city of Evansville announced new restrictions on large gatherings and other area events.
In just the past 2 weeks, Vanderburgh County has seen a spike in COVID-19 cases. The new restrictions limit gatherings over 125 people in hopes of course, limiting the spread.
Now residents can take those plans for their events to the Vanderburgh County Health Department, where they can be approved, denied, or make changes if submitted to those plans.
Evansville Mayor Lloyd Winnecke joining us this morning to discuss plans for the future of Evansville. Mayor Winnecke, of course, we want to thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you. First thing I want to talk about, I had just mentioned it, the Illinois Department of Public Health. They are putting, new restrictions in place specifically for Region 5. We know Vanderburgh County has seen an influx of cases. Are you guys working with the State Department of Health? Are they thinking about doing anything similar to put restrictions in specifically for our region, Vanderburgh County? We know that, the Evansville executive order went in place on Monday. Are these decisions going to be left up to you?
It's our understanding that the state has the restrictions in place that they are going to put in place. So anything that we'd like to layer on top of that will be left to us. When we issued the executive order a week and a half ago, we did so with the blessing of not only the governor, but the state health commissioner too. We were going to do it nonetheless, but they absolutely thought it was the right thing to do. They believe that we're on the ground here. We see what's going on, and we should be able to put in place what we deem appropriate.
Now, as your office balances the health and safety risks of this pandemic, it's also putting some industries in a tough position. What type of feedback are you receiving from our area business owners?
Well, most business owners should not be put into any sort of dire straits as a result of this executive order. This executive order says that if you're hosting a social or civic gathering and you anticipate a crowd of 125 or more, then you have to present a COVID safety plan to the health department for approval. It's available online. It's quick and easy to fill out. We ask that you fill those out 10 days in advance of the event. And as you said in the lead, the health department can approve, they can modify, or they can deny the request. So these are all large gatherings, so there shouldn't be that many businesses that are directly impacted. What we took was the advice and the data from the health department, state health department, which said two things. The latest surge in cases here, not just in Vanderburgh County, but in our region in Southwest Indiana, comes from employees of long-term care facilities and large events. So the state health department and the local health department are coordinating strike teams to handle and address issues in long-term care facilities. We thought it would be best if we took the capacity number from 500, which is what it was, to 125. And we did so in conjunction and in consultation with the health department and each of the two hospitals.
Mayor Winnecke, I know when this pandemic first started and we saw cases popping up in our area, one of the major concerns was bars in the area. And with this new executive order, I'm kind of thinking a packed bar on a given night is not going to probably have 125 people. And of course, we want to ensure the safety of everyone right now. And I think a lot of bars remain open, a lot of people going out to bars. I know I frequent them on the weekends sometimes. What do you say to people who are still engaging in, nightlife activities, things of that nature? Because really, we have seen, I think it was yesterday, 10 more deaths, and of course those were spread out over 4 days for Vanderburgh County, but this is affecting families.
It is, and this is how I would answer that question. I think it's a great one. First of all, I know there have been cases that have resulted or originated in bars, but that's not where the surge is coming from, okay? But I think this is a good time to ask yourself a couple of questions. Is this the year I have to go to that Halloween party? Is this the year I have to go to my really good friend's birthday party? Do I really need to go to the wedding reception? Maybe I can go to the wedding and not go to the reception. Do I have to go to that class reunion this year? This is all about individual behaviors and not what a government what kind of restrictions the government is putting in place. But we all make decisions in our day-to-day life that affect all the numbers that we've been looking at for months and months and months. So I would really challenge people to think about whether they really need to go to some social event. I'm sure there are annual events, they're fun. In our office, for example, we host a holiday party for city employees
Sure.
and board appointees every year. We have a nice buffet. We're not doing that this year.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we'd love to have everyone in here and celebrate the holidays, this is not the year to do that. We'll celebrate in another way, another fashion, but I think this is the time where people really need to dig deep and say, okay, what can I do?
All right, Mayor Lloyd Winnecke from Evansville with us this morning discussing the steps taken to help, well, curb the spread of COVID-19 in Vanderbilt County as well as Evansville with that new restriction put into place on Monday. Thank you again for your valuable time.
My pleasure. Good to see you.
All right. COVID-19